Welcome back to my channel. I have a festive video for you today. This week I actually wanted this video to be a decorate with me video. But when me and my brother got up to my attic, we discovered a wasp's nest. So my decorations are on hold for the moment. But I really wanted to get my festive fix. So I have a wreath video, but I'm doing two wreaths. One of them is a recycle my rubbish. I have a bike wheel that we are going to turn into a wreath, similar to the one that we did earlier in the year, but this one is Christmas edition. I'm going to get straight into the first wreath DIY and then I will catch up with you after my project. Let's start with the bike wheel. You might have seen me do this already in a previous video, but I got my hands on a second bike wheel. First things first, let's clean it. So into the bathtub, give it a good scrub with some degreaser. You can just use some warm water. I like to use the Crud Cutter. I'm then going to be using some spray paint. I'm going to give one coat of surface primer, allow it to fully dry, and then I'm going to give it one coat of the bright gold spray paint. Just a little tip with spray paint, it was actually super cold the day I was spraying this. It's like 2 degrees as I'm doing this, and it's not ideal to be kind of painting when it's that cold. Just allow extra time for it to dry. I picked up 2 wreaths from HomeSense. So here's a little hack. This is really easy to make. 2 wreaths and some florist wire is how we're going to stick it onto this. You can also use some cable ties if you find that the florist wire, you can't get it tight. If you wanted, you could do a fresh version of this and you could use like moss and foliage and just use some florist wire to keep it all in place. I just wanted to do an artificial version and just show you how easy it is to pop on some garlands. You may even get some garlands in the likes of Poundland or the dollar store. So next we are going to dress up a basket for my front door. I got sent a lovely press pack during the week that included this like fresh foliage. I think it's like a floral branch they were calling it. It smells amazing, but I want to use it for my basket and I'm going to pull it apart and reuse it for my basket. I'll make sure to leave a link for the basket. I picked it up off a hand crafter from Etsy. She is based in Europe, so I'm not sure if she delivers to the US, but I will make sure to leave a link in the description box. I simply just pulled apart my little wreath. This was stuck together with some florist wire, which I ended up reusing for the bicycle. So took it all apart and then I simply just styled it in the basket. I popped it in. I didn't use any Oasis because I mean, this is going to, it will last Christmas, probably last way into January, and then I can just pop it into the compost bin. Yeah, you know what I mean. Hope you liked my wreaths. Don't be out stealing bike wheels. Check out your local recycle centre for like a bike wheel. I got that bike wheel back late summer, I was walking home from work. I think I told this story before, but if you follow me on Instagram, I had it on my stories. And my friend, I was walking to work, seeing the wheel, but I didn't want to carry the wheel to work. And on the way home, my friend who I work with drove me back so I could pick up the wheel, and then she drove me home with my wheel. So it was quite funny. But check out your local recycle centre, or if you know any bicycle repair shops in your area, they might have like buckled wheels that mightn't be that visibly bent, but you could use for a project. You could just straighten it out with a pliers. So wasp gate. Earlier this week, my brother, we done our usual. I ring him, it's November time, can you get my decorations out of the attic so I can sort through them, see what I have, you know, do I need to repair anything, clean it, get them ready to decorate. So he gets up into the attic and he was like, oh no, something's not right up here. There was loads of dead wasps. I did notice a couple of dead wasps in this bedroom because I'm a bungalow, I have a tiny attic and it's literally just there. And he was like, no, I'm getting out of here. And I was like, okay, overreacting, but okay. He wasn't overreacting. So I had to get a guy to come out on my day off to check because I didn't know what was like living up there. Good job I did. So the wasp man came and he was like, okay, I see the nest. It's near the roof tile, probably how they're getting in. It's active and there's probably like 5,000 wasps in there. And I was like, oh. And he's like, you're not gonna get your Christmas tree like for a little bit. So he treated the wasp nest, which I felt really bad because like, I mean, it's not the wasp's fault. But he was like, thank God your brother did not like accidentally, you know, tip off it, because he would have got like stung. So yeah, next week I hope I will have a decorate with me video. We're gonna attempt, he said it's gonna take 2 to 3 days for the wasps to die off, but to allow a full week before letting my brother back in the attic. And all I visualize is a load of dead wasps all over my Christmas tree. But I have everything in boxes. I always put them away in plastic, like I have storage boxes, and the Christmas tree is in a box. So I'm just hoping they're not living in the tree. Say a prayer and fingers crossed that what's up there is all good. Anyway, that was my tree drama. I also want to say thank you, because last week I obviously didn't upload a video because I needed the time to edit and make my sewing course, and I am pleased to say I have all of the videos bar one made and it's looking so good. I was conscious to jam pack everything into the course, all of the stuff that I didn't learn as a beginner and that I ended up like struggling with and making mistakes, whereas had I have just known about that in the beginning, then my beginner's sewing journey would have been a bit more smoother. I also have the teddy bear made as one of the projects. Some of you guys ask about the teddies. I have a really old craft fair video from like 3 years ago now where I made some teddies and I was selling them. In the sewing course, I show you how to make a teddy bear. I also have a zipper cushion in it as well. And the last video, I think I'm just going to do some simple alterations. So there's 3 modules in the sewing course. The first 2, you actually make a napkin as well in the second module to practice hems. So there's loads in it. First module is all of the like tools and talking through the tools and setting up your machine. Second module is about cutting fabric and sewing the fabric, and third module is projects. So that's how it's looking now. I also have a couple of downloads in it as well. So all going to plan, it will launch the first week of December. I want to know who is interested, so I've set up like an email list just for this sewing course. So if you guys are interested in the sewing course, I'll put a link in the description, I'll put a card here, and I'll put it in the comments where you can click sign up with your email, then I can see you're interested in the course. So I don't want to be emailing people who are not interested. So that is me for this week. Keep your fingers crossed that next week I have a decorate with me, because I really want to get decorations up. I know I still have plenty of time. Most people don't put them up till December, but I just think it takes so much work to put them all up. Like, I want it up for a while. I want to get a good 5-6 weeks out of my decorations, you know, not like 2 or 3. So hopefully next week I will have a decorate with me video, fingers crossed. But I will check in with you next week anyway, regardless. Thanks for watching.